I want to welcome you here today. What we're going to be doing is rededicating 3 monuments throughout town. These were individuals who served or gave their lives in service and were Barnstable residents. We started this project about a year ago, 2 years ago, when we started looking at some of the monuments we had around and realized that they either weren't kept up properly or perhaps through reconstruction of an intersection they've been moved. And we wanted to be sure that, the town remembered folks who had made sacrifices for us. So Len Gobeil has been our point person on this. I appreciate all the work he's done. Len's going to start it off, and we'll get the Reverend in place, and we'll go from there. So.
Thank you very much, Tom. I want to thank the Vietnam vets for giving us this period of time out of their busy schedule. Thank you all for coming, and I would like to introduce Reverend John Terry from the Federated Church of Hyannis, who will read the story about Clarence Crowell. Reverend Terry.
The life of Clarence Crowell began in Hyannis in 1899. It is believed his family lived at 173 C Street, and his highest level of education was the 8th grade. By the time he returned from active participation in World War I, he settled in as a truck driver in the community. He married Esther Kelly and raised 4 children. In the 1947 annual Barnstable town meeting, it was voted to honor Mr. Crowell with a memorial stone. It was not until much later that the citizens of the community learned that during World War I, Clarence Crowell was attached to Company 1, 38th Infantry, 3rd Division, and he was a dispatch carrier for the outposts into the front line of the action in France. Of 33 men in his division, he was one of 2 who survived. He was gassed and wounded, managed to return to action at the St. Mihiel offensive after he spent many months recuperating in French hospitals. Clarence Crowell was a member of the Legion of Valor. He was also a member of the American Legion Post 206. He was also taken in as an honorary member of the Hyannis Fire Department. He is buried at Oak Grove Cemetery on C Street, Hyannis, and his memorial stone is located at the intersection of Winter Street and Barnstable Road. To the glory of God, we rededicate this monument in his honor.
Thank you very much. I want to thank Bob Golden, too, for all the help that he's given us putting this project together.
I think as you just heard, that's a story that shouldn't be forgotten. And this project that Len has been involved in addition to the stones, we're also putting these stories on our cable access station so people can remember these folks. And I was impressed with the information that I heard today.
At this time, we're going to take a moment to rededicate the square in honor of Jim Mahoney. Reverend?
Kenneth E. Taylor.
Nope, James Mahoney.
Oh, Mahoney. That was close. Here we go. James Stewart Mahoney was born in Taunton, Massachusetts, and at an early age he moved to the town of Barnstable. His 1943 yearbook quote is, "Men of few words are best men." James Mahoney apparently let his actions speak for themselves. He was on the Barnstable High School football team and made All-Cape. He led the basketball team to 6 victories and 2 defeats, and was voted as one of the best athletes in his class. James Mahoney enlisted in the U.S. Air Force and trained in North Carolina, Alabama, and Louisiana. He was commissioned as a flight officer upon his graduation from Westover Air Force Base in Chicopee, Massachusetts on March 10, 1943. On April 10, 1945, just a few weeks later, he was killed in action at San Giovanni Air Force Base in Italy. His decorations include the Purple Heart, American Theater Campaign Ribbon with a Bronze Star, a World War II Victory Medal, a Presidential Citation Honor, and Honorable Service Lapel Pin. James Stewart Mahoney was returned to Taunton, where he was buried at St. Francis Cemetery on November 20, 1948. His memorial stone is located across the street from the Hyannis Fire Station on High School Road. To the glory of God, in gratitude for his service to the nation, we rededicate this stone. Kenneth E. Taylor was a 1950 graduate of Barnstable High School and was 19 years old when he died after an operation aboard the aircraft carrier USS Callaway in Norfolk, Virginia. Kenneth Taylor's high school yearbook notes, "It's a pity that so many faces are hidden down in the trade school, especially when the face is that of Kenneth Taylor. Ken's love of fun is shown by the way he enjoys himself at square dancing, which, by the way, he does exceptionally well. His favorite means of enjoyment comes from playing the harmonica, on which he picks up all the latest tunes with ease." The yearbook continues, "Ken claims his pet peeves are girls in general, but somehow we don't believe him, not after the way he haunts Yarmouth night after night. Ken took carpentry classes in school, but he had not made up his mind to follow this or join the service. Ken's activities in school include Junior Red Cross, playing in the high school basketball team. Following his graduation, he played on the Barnstable town team. Ironically, Ken's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Benjamin Taylor, had just visited him in Virginia before he died of a ruptured appendix. Kenneth Taylor was returned home for burial in Oak Grove Cemetery. A service was held at the Hyannis Baptist Church, and his memorial is located at the intersection of Center and Main Streets in Hyannis. To the glory of God, to the gratitude of the nation, we rededicate the stone."